So the unthinkable has happened. I know it sounds really weird, and I kind of teased about it over on Twitter. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Okay, growing up, always my all-time favorite game. Growing up, it was phenomenal, and it still holds up to this day. It's still a phenomenal and amazing title, and I loved it to bits. And there's super like a lot of nostalgia towards it, and it's a great game, and it's a phenomenal game as well. And I can't give it enough praise, honestly. It's a really, really good game, and it being Nintendo's first 3D Zelda game, and it still being the highest rated game to this day, is amazing. But another game has come along, has dethroned it from its all-time favorite game. It has lasted, when did I start playing video games? I was 5. So 15 years. It has sat on that throne. The all-time favorite game of mine. It has now dropped down to second place, as in first place, Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. They're technically the same games. Persona 5 Royal has about, I think they said between 25 to 30 hours of extra gameplay, but they have dethroned it. And I know there's some people who are going to be really pissed off by this because of the whole aspect of what Persona is. Persona, there's a lot of things that it deals with. It deals with a lot of real life events. It's a very sensitive type game, honestly, and basically, if you're easily triggered or you're sensitive to a lot of things, I honestly don't recommend Persona. Like, it sounds really bad, right? To be like, my favorite game is really good, but don't play it, kind of thing. Because it does deal with some things that can easily bring back some traumatic experience. Trust me, I've had times where, like, I've played the game, but I've had to take, like, 2 to almost a month break from playing the game because the game has just mentally messed me up. And to be fair, that's kind of what the game is aimed at. The game is aimed at to like almost mentally mess you up. Because at the beginning of the game, it literally says, even though this game is fiction, a lot of the events in this game might have actually happened to you. So it's like, yeah, something's gonna happen in this game that's gonna make you go, yep, that's happened to me in real life. Holy crap, and bring back experiences. And also, like, the first bit of the game, I don't want to get into, like, spoilers or anything, but the first bit of the game is, it's a heavy one. Like, the game doesn't gradually get a little, gradually get up to one of the parts of the games where you're like, this is bad, right? Like, it just straight up, here you go. You're dealing with, a very terrible, terrible teacher. You're a bunch of high school kids dealing with a terrible teacher. I'm not going to say why he's a terrible teacher. They're a terrible teacher. High school kids, terrible teacher. Putting 2 and 2 together. That's the first thing in the game, okay? Like, I'm not going to get into any details or anything like that. And then it slowly goes downhill from there. Like, it starts off just dramatic, like, holy crap. And then it slowly goes downhill because it just smooths out. And you're just kind of solving corrupt, terrible people. Fair enough. To then which it skyrockets again because all of a sudden you're facing off against God himself, essentially. But this game has almost like it's like 150 hours to complete it, according to how long to beat. To like 100% of the game is a grand total of like 150 hours. I'm about 80 hours in, okay? I've beaten Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, and I'm doing New Game Plus for Persona 5 Royal. And I've beaten the game, and I'm like doing it again. But when you do it again, like when you do a New Game Plus, everything but the story transfers over. So all your personas, everything like that. And when I say everything, I mean like when I finished the game, Joker was level like 80, okay? I'm currently level 5, but I'm able to summon and use level 80 personas because of my previous game save file transferred over to New Game Plus and stuff like that. So it's kind of dumb because, like, with the first dungeon, I'm breezing through it. Like, literally nothing is stopping me. I'm literally powerful enough that I'm able to one-hit the final boss kind of thing. Like, it's like that kind of bad kind of thing. And, like, I'm so strong that the enemy that used to do, like, 100 damage to me is doing 1 or 2 damage because it's, it's the beginning part of the game. But, yeah, it, like, the game just blew me away, honestly. And replaying it again, it got me into a whole new series, opened up a whole new light of series for me to realize that the Persona games are actually really good. I've heard about the Persona games before, but I've never been like, sure, whatever. And I remember at first I said I was never going to get Persona 5 because Persona 5, the first time I heard about it was on the PS3, and it's like $140 on the PS3. But I'm a local game store. It was like a couple years ago. I was at my local game store and on my PS4. I'm looking for some PS4 games, and I saw Persona 5 for $25. And I'm like, you know what? I've heard good things about this game. A buddy of mine absolutely loves it. Let's get it. Let's play it. I remember playing it, and I had a week off work, like when I first started playing the game. I think for that whole week, I got maybe 5 hours of sleep because I was up all night playing Persona. Because I'm just like, okay, this, like, what's happening next? What's happening next? I have a hard time putting this freaking game down. It'll be like 12:30, and I'm like, all right, I got to work at 5. I got to stop playing. And, like, I'm sitting in the safe room, and I'm hesitant to hit save and turn off the console because I'm like, I just want to keep going. I just want to keep going. I want to keep going. I know what's going to happen, but I just want to keep going because this game is just phenomenal. I love games where you can kind of get invested into the story, and you can kind of, like, you can feel for the characters and be, like, emotional, and you can picture yourself in their shoes. Those are the kind of games I absolutely love, which is like things like Call of Duty, right? Like, I enjoy Call of Duty and stuff like that, but it's like playing online or even the campaign, you're just like, it's just a shooter. That's all it is. Grand Theft Auto, same thing. It's just an open world game. Games like Just Cause, whatever, which is why Ocarina of Time was always my all-time favorite game, because I always felt like I did something. I always felt like when the game was over, I actually saved the world. It was me. It wasn't just Link who saved the world. It was me who did it. And same with Persona 5. I'm like putting myself in the shoes of Ren or Joker, and I'm just like that's me. This is me. And it's just like it's been a wild roller coaster ride, and I absolutely love it, and I love everything about the game. And it's also led me to wanting to try. I bought the spin-offs. I have Persona 5 Dance in the Starlight, Persona 4 Dance in the Moonlight, I think, and then Persona 3 Dance in the Sunlight. I think that's what they are. They're dancing games. And then I also have Persona Q and Persona Q2 for the 3DS, dungeon crawlers, stuff like that. And then I am going to order Persona 3 if I haven't received it yet at the time I make it. This video goes up. I don't know when this video is going to go up, honestly. But I'm going to end that off there because honestly, yeah, it's bizarre to think that Ocarina of Time finally got dethroned. Now, Zelda is still my all-time favorite game series of all time. Zelda will forever be my favorite game series of all time. Persona, however, is very, very close behind. It's a super close second. It's such a good game. It's an amazing game. Like I said, I definitely recommend it and give it a try if you're okay with sensitive and like kind of triggering topics. I know that sounds really bad to say and be like, I know a lot of people can be like, well, you're okay with that kind of crap, so you just must be a terrible, evil, awful person. No, I'm not. I'm not really. It's if you're willing to be like, this is a game, or you're willing to accept the fact that this is actually some people's reality. Like, for instance, all right, I'm going to give away the first part of the game. I'm going to be a dick, give away the first part of the game. If you don't want to listen to that, you can just mute or skip forward and stuff like that. But the first part of the game, Joker or Ren gets a criminal record because he stands up for a woman. A woman is being abused, is being sexually harassed, and the guy's not letting go. Joker pushes the guy away. The guy happens to be a famous politician, and the politician gets the government and the cops against Joker, saying Joker did this on purpose. And the girl was too afraid to say anything. So Joker gets a criminal record because of that. Because Joker stood up to someone who was sexually harassing a woman. That's the kind of things you can expect in the game, honestly. And yeah, it's touchy subjects for a lot of people I know. But anyways, that's going to do for me in today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Golden. And as always, guys, again, honestly, if you have a favorite game of yours, let me know down below, honestly. And if you enjoy a game, enjoy it. Like, I know someone doesn't like the relationship aspect of Persona 5 because of some of the people you can be in relationships with, which is fair enough, and I can understand that. Also, the relationship part takes up maybe not even 5%, like 0.05% of the game. You don't really, you can go through the entire game without being in a relationship at all if you want to. It's literally meant for getting a trophy. It's all it's for. Is you get a trophy and then I guess you can kind of say, ooh, this person's my girlfriend and blah blah blah. But that's about it. Honestly, there's nothing else really that happens. I'm sure saying that's gonna trigger a lot of people. Anyways, that's it for me in today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Gold. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys are awesome, amazing, love you, every single one of you guys. See you guys on the next time. Peace out.